There's been various supporters of my podcast channel on the East Coast of the United States, and this tribute podcast is to them, especially in the Rhode Island, Massachusetts area. For obvious reasons, I found a very interesting site on Facebook recently through a follower of the channel, and they talk about the history of a team that I think is probably comparable to the Montreal Canadiens regarding respect and celebration of the sport of hockey. Of course, we have to be talking about the great Providence Reds franchise. Now, today we're going to be talking about the original Providence Reds franchise, not after 1977 too much, because he did move as part of various NHL affiliate changes. But the original Providence Reds started in the Canadian American Hockey League, the CAHL, between 1926 and 1936. And the American Hockey League, one of the marquee franchises of the glory years of AHL from 1936 to 1977. Now, the last season of which they played under the Rhode Island Reds moniker. Now, the team won the Calder Cup in 1938, 1940, 1949, and 1956. They played at the venerable Rhode Island Auditorium, located on the beautiful North Main Street in Providence, Rhode Island, from 1926 to 1972. A lot of people have frequented that great location of Providence over the years. Now, the team was affiliated with the New York Rangers for the majority of the years, and then eventually moved into the newly built Providence Civic Center. The team name came from a breed of chicken known as the Rhode Island Red, a very hardy breed, as we like to say in the Warner Brothers universe. Now, when the North American Hockey League folded in 1977, the Broom Dusters squad acquired the Reds franchise and moved them to Binghamton, New York, where they were known as the Binghamton Dusters, eventually as well as the Binghamton Whalers and Binghamton Rangers. In 1997, the franchise was sold to Madison Square Garden Corporation and then moved to become the Hartford Wolfpack. On November 27, 2010, they were renamed the Connecticut Whale to honor the NHL's Hartford Whalers, but changed their name back to the Wolfpack in 2013. Now, as of 2021, is the oldest continuously operating minor league franchise in North America, having iced the team in one form or another since, again, 1926, and the precursor to the AHL. Now, it is the only AHL franchise to have never missed a season. Now, when the AHL returned to Providence in 1992 in the form of the Providence Bruins, they also led to the formation in 2001 of the Rhode Island Reds Heritage Society, which commemorates the existence of the franchise and keeps the memory of the Reds alive. Their pinnacle event is an annual reunion that takes place during the first week of August. And I heard it's a very, celebratory bash. It all, sharing of pictures, memories, all kind of good feeling. Now, coaches of the team were a who's who of some of the best minor league and NHL players of their era. And we're going to go over the list because it'll give you a background. Now, coaches were Jimmy Gardner, the original coach, then the great Sprague Cleghorn, Billy Coutu, Albert Battleship Leduc, Frederick Buncook, everybody knows Buncook, Johnny Mitchell, Irvin Boyd, Terry Reardon, Pat Egan, Jack Crawford, Phil Watson, Fern Fleming, Ivan Irwin, Dave Creighton, Larry Wilson, Larry Popine, and the great Hall of Famer John Muckler. Now, season-by-season results. Now, the team eventually, again, won their first Calder Cup in 1930 with a regular season record of 24-11-5. Second title, 23-11-6 in 1932, the regular season. 34-19-12-9. They also won first place in the East Division in 38-40-41. And also were first place in 48, 49, 56, 57, 63, 71, and 75 in what was the realigned North Division. Now, for me, their best season, and a lot of people think so, was 1956. Overall, 45-17-2 in 64 games with 263 goals for. plus 70 on 193 goals against. Now, in the playoffs, again, we talked about this. Calder Cup 1930, 3-0, winner against Boston. Defeated Boston again in 32, Boston again in 34. Lost in the finals to Boston and Philadelphia in 35 and 36. Defeated Syracuse in 38. Defeated Pittsburgh in 1940. Defeated Hershey in 1949, lost in the finals at Pittsburgh in 1952, and defeated Cleveland in 1956. Now, the closest he got to the title was the great run in 1974, where he won 8 of the first 10 playoff games, beating the strong Nova Scotia Voyageurs in New Haven, also to lose to Hershey 4-1 in the final. Now, they had numerous team affiliations over the years. They are affiliated with the Boston Bruins 36-38, 58-62, and 63-69. The California Golden Seals between 69 and 71, Chicago Blackhawks 39-41, Colorado Rockies 76-77, New England Whalers 76-77, New York Rangers 55-58 and 71-76, St. Louis Blues 68-69 and 75-76, and the Toronto Maple Leafs 1942-1943. Now, by my memory, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if any other AHL team has been affiliated with 8 major league squads over the years. It'd be interesting to check it out. Now, the regular season titles, again, 9 regular season, 13 division championships, and again, 4 Calder Cups. So there's the list of players on the team over the years is quite impressive. A lot of NHLers, some Hall of Famers, and especially in the years involving the Bruins of the late 1960s, they had a tremendous amount of great players. Also, as well, with the New York Rangers, you're looking at a photo, too, of the great Rick Milton, one of my best interviews ever as a journalist that put it all together. So I would suggest, if you have a chance, ladies and gentlemen, for more information on the history of this great squad, go to the Rhode Island Reds site on Facebook. And the Rhode Island Reds Heritage Society is regularly updated with various photos and information as we go around the year, upcoming events, vintage, vintage photos, the whole thing. But I know a lot of people were wondering exactly when this all started, where Providence was involved with hockey at this level. I know a little bit. There was some question if the collegiate ranks really motivated people in the Providence area to really support. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's probably what happened. But again, the Rhode Island Reds Heritage Society, non-profit organization, again, on Facebook.com, do the search, and when you go in there, you're going to see a whole bunch of information about the team. I'm looking at the Facebook site right now. For example, a recent post talked about the 48 Calder Cup celebration. There's a nice feature on one of our favorite players in Canada, Alton White. I did a podcast and then before, a photo of the great Johnny Bauer. Zilio Topazzini is celebrated, and there's various vintage photos as you go down. Again, it's a very, very interesting Facebook site. I would check it out. I'm not the expert on this team. I'm just doing a podcast to say I appreciate all the followers of the Rhode Island Reds Heritage Society, all the supporters, the people that have supported my podcast channel indirectly, and I hope that people continue to support such an important historical aspect of Providence sports. We all know that Providence is one of the key cities on the sports map in the eastern U.S. I've been there several times, seeing various sporting events, and the camaraderie and the celebration of the people there for sports is second to none. So I'm very proud to say I'm doing this podcast in tribute to all the fans in Providence of the various sports and athletes and great people that celebrate the better disciplines that they are successful at. Because you'd say Providence, you say sports. That's all I can say. Have a great day. Bye.